Follow me on the journey of a life. This is by far my life's work. I couldn't have done this 5 years ago. I could not have done this 1 year ago. It has taken my life experiences to create this. This is something that has taken years of connecting with people like you to build. You are all the creators of MelFit. Without further ado, I want to show you what MelFit is all about.
So we want to do a marathon to commemorate that. And we just weren't sure. We'd run half marathons before, but we weren't sure how to train for a full marathon. And so that's why we came to you.
Morning, do a little self-meditate.
Yeah.
You know, instead of rolling over to your bed, checking your phone for the first, 20 minutes of your day, like roll over, sit up, get a great routine going.
Yeah.
I don't think I could be any harder on myself. I don't think I could work any harder than this, like, it puts you to these limits where you're like, they've become comfortable. And that's tough in ways of life.
Who's watching this that has had a spouse that passed, what advice can you give to them to keep going and not give up and keep living like you've been living?
Well, I always feel, don't give up.
What advice could you give them? Because you
Never,
know what?
ever give up. Never. Try hard, work hard, and never give up.
That's the best advice.
The strongest of all warriors are these two, time and patience.
Oh, I like that.
That's a quote from War and Peace by Tolstoy. And I think what that means to me is to achieve true success. It's not going to happen quickly.
So to hear you go through and fail 180 times is frustrating for me, because I wanted to prevent that as a teacher. But at the same time, it's what you needed and the best thing that could happen for you, because you didn't give up. You made it, and look what you're at now and what you're doing now. I mean,
If you can make the decision to not eat it because you don't want to disappoint me or yourself. So what made you feel guilty for the first time in your life?
And what we're looking for is we want your muscle to stay the same or go up if you choose. Obviously, we need to work on your legs a little bit, so yes, we want it to go up.
I'm going to bring them to you. Girl, I've been using my own body's resistance.
yeah.
I've got 2 cans of vegetables.
Yeah,
I've
there
been
you
doing
go.
that.
That's
You know
all
what
you
I'm
need.
saying?
Yeah, make it work. And
You
heal
know?
yourself from the inside out.
Oh yeah.
You can heal yourself with food. I have lots of clients that do regular blood work, and they all tell me, I'm off my high blood pressure medication.
Yes.
My cholesterol's down. My liver functions and
They took away one of my.
I'm with my guest, Keith Warner, and this is our first meeting. We appreciate you following Keith's story. Again, we're going to use the hashtag SavingKeithsLife. You've worked with a lot of people in the hospital, experts in their field, but I think the more personal relationship and the approach that I have, and I know that it's worked because I've gotten people. If we looked it up, okay, sometimes it's good to look visual. So 1.5 ounces or 3 to 4 dice. So if you've ever been in a dietitian or nutritionist's office, a lot of times they'll give you visual aids. So I had some volume is key, and the reason that veggies are free, obviously they're lower in calories. It's going to fill you up.
The one thing I ran into too is trying to figure out the serving size of how many, like my air fryer beef that I do. They're really small, thin cuts, but I haven't weighed them yet.
I am with Sharon Mellier, and as promised, this is day 1 of our documentary. This is our first meeting, and we're labeling this documentary Sharon's Alternative to Gastric Bypass Surgery. To suggest something, The burrito, I would have just said ditch the tortilla and just make like a taco salad.
Oh, okay.
And then the taco, if you're gonna do the corn tortilla, there's only 50 calories in a corn tortilla. Although, because I don't eat anything out of the bag. I'll put it in my ramekin, and then I'm like, okay, once your ramekin is gone, you're done. I don't remember if I told you this last week, but if I were to break your day up into breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, with 1,200 calories, let's say you went 350 for
that one for the rest of my life. How am I going to be that best partner to them? How am I going to be the best dad to my kids? How am I going to be a best man when I meet with people that I've never met before or whatnot? And then at the business, literally being that leader, that mentor.
We can do this the fast way, or we can do this the right way. And for us, that's really touches like to home for us, because so many people are like, I just want to lose 30 pounds in a month. I don't care how to do it. It's like, okay, well, just go cut off your right arm. And then you've lost 30 pounds, you know? The right way, it takes time. It takes months. It could take a year. It could take 5 years.
Or being on time to work. Like I said, don't just show up on time. Be there ahead of time. And so timeliness is, I think, one of the 5 important factors of being successful in everything of your life.
The most important thing I've learned, and I deal with this every day, meeting people who don't know me at all. The first thing is you've got to build a relationship of trust.
You should have in your pantry already, so it's not like you have to go and get a million things. Okay, Bestie, we've got 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar.
Wow.
Those, I love to do onions and garlic together, and mushrooms, and then parsley. Salsa. Generally, salsa is pretty safe. You shouldn't really have to read too many labels for salsa, but if you are reading labels, you're looking for sugar in the salsa. So. And I'm just going to kind of push this around a little bit. When you're done with this, I would probably lean more towards topping it with fresh avocado for a cup, and I use 2 cups when I'm doubling. And then for our herbs, we've got a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and 2 tablespoons of cilantro for garnish. The recipe calls for like, I think a teaspoon each of the zest. Go ahead and use zest of the whole half. But this recipe is because I knew I had most of the ingredients, and I had some chopped kale. So let's just get this stirred on around.
Okay, so we're just turning our palms kind of towards our thighs. We're rowing straight up and to the elbow.
Hip reach. Lunge. 1. 2. Squat, okay? Look around, squat. If you get dizzy, go the other direction. Squat, pivot, just a quarter turn, 15 minutes on the clock. Elbows are driving forward, okay? Inhale down, exhale up. Make sure you have a heavy enough weight. Try not to set your weight down. If you need to, set it down, okay? Also, another option for you guys is to drop that right knee and still continue your row and lower down, okay? Last one, you guys. It's been an awesome journey. I knew this was going to be a bit of a long one, so